Hello students, already we have started the concept of sorting. In previous lecture, we have learned what do you mean by sorting and what is the meaning of internal as well as the external sorting. So today we are starting the first algorithm of the sorting in data structure, that is we are considering as a bubble sort algorithm. Before starting the concept of bubble sort algorithm, first we should know why sorting or what is the need of sorting. In computer science, arranging in an ordered sequence is called sorting. Sorting is a common operation in many applications, and efficient algorithms to perform it have been developed. The most common uses of sorted sequences are making lookup or search efficient, making merging of sequences efficient, or enable processing of data in a defined order. By using the concept of sorting algorithms, we can sort the elements in ascending order as well as into the descending order. So if we are using many complex algorithms in data structure, most of the algorithms in data structure are using the concept of sorting. The opposite of sorting, rearranging a sequence of items in a random or meaningless order, is called shuffling. One best example, what is the need of sorting, that is the search algorithms. In data structure, we have learned the concept of linear search as well as binary search. So already we know that both the linear search and binary search algorithms we are using to search an key element from a given list. But the methods are different while we are implementing the linear search and binary search. So for the linear search or the binary search, we have learned the complexity like best case, average case as well as the worst case. So this one we can consider as a big O, that is a n we are considering as a number of elements. So in linear search algorithm, the element should be in sorted order or unsorted order, and in that case the average case or the worst case, it is a big O of n. But when we are using the concept of binary search algorithm, the element should be in sorted order, that is in ascending order, and because of that the average case and worst case of the binary search algorithm is big O of n. It means that the total number of comparisons should be less as compared to the linear search algorithm. And if we want to implement the concept of binary search algorithm, so the element should be into the ascending order, and because of that we need to implement or we need to learn the concept of sorting. So before implementing the concept of bubble sort algorithm, first we need to learn one basic concept, that is what is swapping, because the implementation part of the bubble sort algorithm we require the swapping. So in C programming language, already we have learned what is the meaning of swapping. Like consider in this particular diagram, the first number we are considering as a 10, the second number we are considering as a 50. So we are exchanging the values from the first number to the second number and from the second number to the first number, and that is the concept we are going to be calling as a swapping. So as an example here we can consider like input. Here we are considering x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. So after swapping, the output is x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. It means that we are exchanging the values from x to the y as well as from y to the x, and that is the main concept we are going to be calling as a swapping. So now the thing is how to implement the concept of swapping. So consider this is the x element and consider this is the y element. So we have allocated the value like x is equal to 15 and y is equal to 25. Now we need to swap the elements from x to the y as well as from y to the x. So while implementing this one, we'll take one temporary variable in C programming language. So first the value of x we are sending to this particular temp variable. Afterwards the next step we can perform, the value of y we can forward to the value of x. And now the last thing is we can do, that is value of, that is a temp variable, we can forward to the value of y. So automatically the value of x, it is going to be considered as a now 25, and the value of y, now it is going to be considered as a 15. So like that we can swap the two elements by using any programming language. So how to write a C program? So this is a one simple idea, or we can say it is a one kind of algorithm to swap the two elements. So consider we are having the two elements, one is the x, second one is the y, and we can take one more variable, that is the name of the temp. So first the value of x will store inside the temp variable. Afterwards we can assign the value of x is equal to y, and at the end we can consider the value of y is equal to temp. So automatically the value of x, it will be stored inside the y, and value of the y, it will be stored inside the x by using the temp variable. So consider one simple example. We are having the value x is equal to 100, y is equal to 200. Now we need to swap the two elements. So the first step, we'll consider one temp variable. So and we can write temp is equal to x. Right now the value of x is 100. So now the temp, it is going to be considered as a 100. Now the second step is we can consider like x is equal to y. Right now the value of x is equal to 100, the value of y is equal to 200. So the value of y, it is going to be stored inside the x. Now the x, it is going to be considered as a 200. And afterwards at the end we can store the value of temp into the y. So already here we have stored the value of temp, that is 100. So now 100, it is going to be stored inside the y, and y, it is going to be considered as a 100. So like that the swapping, it is going to be implemented into the C programming language. That is, the swapping means exchanging the values from one variable to the second variables. So for that we can use one more variable, that is a temp, to hold the temporary value, and by using this particular algorithm we can swap, or we can exchange the element from the one to the second variable. And this particular swapping concept we are going to be used to implement the concept of bubble sort algorithms. Now the actual part we are learning, that is what is the meaning of bubble sort. Bubble sort is a simple algorithm which is used to sort a given set of n elements provided in form of an array with n number of elements. Bubble sort compares all the elements one by one and sort them based on their values. If the given array has to be sorted in ascending order, then bubble sort will start by comparing the first element of array with the second element. If first element is greater than the second element, it will swap both elements and then move on to compare the second and the third element, and so on. If we have total n elements, then we need to repeat this process for n minus 1 times. It is known as bubble sort because with every complete iteration, the largest element in the given array bubbles up toward the last place or the highest index, just like a water bubbles rises up to the water surface. Sorting takes place by stepping through all the elements one by one and comparing it with the adjacent element and swapping them if required. Not much used in real world, that is the bubble sort algorithm, but it is a great learning tool because it's easy to understand and fast to implement. When we need to use the bubble sort algorithm, that is an extremely small set of data that is trying to get the books on a library shelf back in order, or a nearly sorted set of data like trying to decide which laptop to buy, because it is easier to compare a pair of laptops one at a time and decide which you prefer, then look at them all at once and decide which was best. When to not use the bubble sort algorithm, like if we are dealing with the large set of data or when we are looking for a quick algorithm. In that case, we are using the another sorting techniques instead of using the bubble sort algorithm, because as comparing with the other sorting algorithms, the bubble sort algorithm is really slow. Now the algorithm for the bubble sort algorithm. So following are the steps involved in bubble sort algorithm. So this particular algorithm we are using to sort a given array in ascending order. So the first thing is, we will start with the first element, that is the array index should be 0, comparing the current element with the next element of the array. If the current element is greater than the next element of the array, swap them. It means that we are comparing the first element with the second element. If the first element is greater than second element, in that case we need to swap the first to the second and second to the first element. If the current element is less than the next element, move the next element and repeat step 1. It means that if the first element is less than to the second element, in that case there is no need to do the swap. Directly we can move to the next one, that is the second element with the third element. So like that the bubble sort algorithm we are going to be implement. Now consider, this is a one simple example here we have taken, and this is for the first pass. So we are having a array elements, like first element we are having the 5, 1, 6, 2, 4 and 3. Now consider this is the array index 0, array index 1, array index 2, array index 3, array index 4 and array index 5. So how the bubble sort algorithm works? So this is the first element and this is the second element. So first we will consider the first element and second element. So first element compared with the second element. So here the first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to do the swap. So here we have done the swap. That is element 1 it is going to be shifted to the first element, and element 5 it is going to be shifted to the next element. Afterwards we are moving to the next swapping, that is 5 and 6. So 5 and 6, the first element is less than next element. In that case there is no need to do the swap. Afterwards we will move to the next iteration, that is 6 and 2. So the first element 6, second element is 2. So the first element 6 is greater than 2. In that case we need to do the swap. So here it is going to be swapped. So 2 it is going to be comes in the position of 6, and 6 it will be replaced with the position of 2. Now the next comparison we need to do that 6 and 4. So 6 it is the first element, 4 it is the second element. So 6 is greater than 4. In that case 6 it is going to be swapped with the 4. So here it is going to be swapped. Afterwards the next iteration we are considering like 6 and 3. So the first element is 6, second element is 3. So 6 it is going to be compared with the 3. So first element 6 it is going to be greater than 3. So in that case 6 it is going to be replaced with the 3. That is we need to perform the swap. Now at the end the largest element from a given list it will becomes add to the end. So this one we are going to be calling as a first iteration. Again into the second iteration, the first element and second element it is going to be compared. If the first element is greater than second element, we need to swap. Otherwise if the first element is less than second element, then we'll move to the next comparison. So like that the bubble sort algorithm it is going to be works. So consider one more algorithm with the iterations. So we are having the array elements like 6, 4, 1, 2 as well as the 5. So this is the array index like 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now by using the bubble sort algorithm, we need to sort these elements in ascending order. So this is the first iteration, how it is going to be implemented. First 6 and 4, these two elements are going to be compared with each other. The first element is 6, the second element is 4. Here the 6 is greater than 4. In that case, that is, the first element is greater than second element. In that case, we need to do the swap. So here we have done the swap. Like 4 it will becomes here, 6 it will becomes here. Now we need to compare 6 with the 1. So here the first element is 6, second element is 1. The first element is greater than 1. Again in that case we need to do the swap. So here we have done the swapping. That is 1 it will becomes here, 6 it will becomes here. Now the next iteration, that is 6 and 2. 6 it is going to be compared with the 2. The first element, that is the 6, is greater than the second element, that is the 2. In that case again we need to do the swap. So 2 it will becomes here, 6 it will becomes here. Again the 6 it is going to be compared with the 5. Now here the first element 6 is greater than second element 5. In that case again we need to do the swapping. So 6 it will becomes here, 5 it will be comes here. Now check here, the largest element from a given list is came to the last element. Now the remaining elements are 4, 1, 2, 5. It will becomes to the iteration number 2. Again in iteration number 2, the first element is 4, second element is 1. Both are compared with each other. The first element is greater than second element. Again we need to do the swap. Now 1 it will becomes here, 4 it will becomes here. Now the second element, that is the 4 and 2. Now the 4 and 2 it is going to be compared with each other. Now the first element, that is 4, is greater than second element 2. So now again because of that, now we need to do the swap. So 4 it will becomes here, 2 it will becomes here. Now we'll go for the next, that is 4 and 5. So the first element is 4, second element is 5. Both we need to compare. In that case, the first element is less than second element. So there is no need to do the change. And already 6 it is going to be swapped. So now here the second largest element it is going to be comes here. That is 5 and 6. Afterwards it will becomes to the next iteration. Into the next iteration, the first element is 1, second element is 2. Both are compared with each other. Here the first element is less than second element. In that case there is no need to do the swap. Again the 2 it is going to be compared with the 4. The first element 2 is less than second element 4. So again there is no need to do the swap. Already 5 and 6 are swapped, like at their perfect position. Now we got the one more, that is a 4, 5 and 6. Now the remaining elements are 1 and 2. Now it will becomes to the fourth iteration. So in fourth iteration, the first element 1 it is going to be compared with the second element 2. Now the first element is less than 2. So in that case there is no need to do the swap. So already we got the 3 numbers. Here we got the 4 numbers, like 2, 4 and 5, 6 in sorted order. So when we will go to the next one, only the single element is remaining. So there is no need to do anything. Now the check, the 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, all the elements are in sorted order. So like that, the bubble sort algorithm it is going to be works. Now we'll check one more example for the bubble sort algorithm. Now consider we are having the elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and all are in ascending order. Now consider we have reshuffled the elements like 6, 5, 2, 3, 1 and 4, and now all the elements are in unsorted order. So we will take a one checkbox here, that is a box. So this box will go through the list, swapping numbers if the previous is greater than the one after, until the numbers are in order. So consider the first one. The first comparison, it will take 6 and 5. 6 we are considering as a first element and 5 we are considering as a second element. So right now the first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to switch, that is we need to do the swap, like we need to replace the value of 6 to the 5 and the value of 5 to the 6. So here we have done the swapping. Now the first element is 5 and the second element is 6. Now we'll move to the next iteration, that is the next one, that is the 6 and 2. So right now the first element is 6, second element is 2 and the first element is greater than second element. So in that case we need to do the swap. So again we'll replace with the 6. Okay, now we'll move to the next one, that is a 6 and 3. Now again the first element is 6, second element is 3. The first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to do the swap. So we'll do the swap, like 3 it will becomes here, 6 it will be goes to the next one. Now we'll move to the next, that is the 6 and 1. So again the first element is 6, second element is 1. So first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to do the swap. So 6 it is going to be replaced with the 1 and 1 it is going to be replaced with the 6. Afterwards we'll move to the next one, that is the 6 and 4. So again the first element is 6, second element is 4. So the first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to do the swap. So 6 it is going to be replaced with the 4 and 4 it is going to be replaced with the 6. Now it is the end of that particular array. So again we'll move to the next, like now the box has reached the end of the line of numbers. It will go back to the beginning and restart the process. So here already we got the largest element in a list into the last position of array, that is the 6. Again we'll start the same procedure from the beginning of the list. So the first element we can consider as a 5 and second element we can consider as a 2. So 5 it is going to be compared with the 2. Here the first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to do the swap. So 5 it is going to be replaced with the 2 and 2 it is going to be replaced with the 5. Now we'll move to the next one, that is a 5 and 3. So the 5, the first element, 3 it is the second element. Here the first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to do the swap. So 3 it is going to be replaced with the 5 and 5 it is going to be replaced with the 3. Afterwards we'll move to the next one, that is the 5 and 1. So 5 it is the first element, 1 it is the second element. Here 5 is greater than 1. In that case the first element is greater than second element. We need to do the swap. So 5 it is going to be replaced with the 1 and 1 it is going to be replaced with the 5. Afterwards we'll move to the next one, that is a 5 and 4. So again 5 it is the first element, 4 it is the second element. So here the first element is greater than second element. In that case we need to do the swap. So 5 it is going to be replaced with the 4 and 4 it is going to be replaced with the 5. So already 6 it is in sorted order. Again we got here one more largest element, that is the second largest element in the list, that is a 5 and 6. So that is 5 and 6 both are in sorted order and the remaining elements are 2, 3, 1 and 4. Now the box has reached the end of the line of numbers. It will go back to the beginning and restart the process. So we'll consider the first element as a 2 and second element as a 3. So here the first element is less than second element. In that case there is no need to do the change because both the numbers are in order. So directly we'll move to the next one, that is the 3 and 1. The first element is 3, second element is 1. So here the first element 3 is greater than second element 1. So in that case we need to do the swap. So 3 it is going to be replaced with the 1 and 1 it is going to be replaced with the 3. Now next thing is we can consider 3 as well as the 4. The first element is 3, second element is the 4. So the first element is less than 4. So there is no need to do any change because both are in right order. So here already 5 and 6 are in sorted order. So one more largest number from remaining list we got, that is the 4. Now the list is 4, 5 and 6. It are in sorted order and the remaining numbers are 2, 1 and 3. Now the box has reached the end of the line of numbers. It will go back to the beginning and restart the process. Now the remaining elements like 2, 1, 3, here we will consider the first one, that is a 2 and 1. So the first number is 2, second number is 1. Again here the first number 2 is greater than second number 1. In that case we need to do the swap. Like 2 it is going to be replaced with the 1, 1 it is going to be replaced with the 2. Afterwards we will go to the next one, that is the 2 and 3. So the first element is 2, second element is the 3. So right now here no need to change because the first element is less than second element. So already the 4, 5, 6 are in sorted order. Again we got one more largest number, that is the 3. So now 3, 4, 5 and 6 are in sorted order. So the remaining elements are 1 and 2. Now the box has reached the end of the line of numbers. It will go back to the beginning and restart the process. Now the remaining elements, that is a 1 and 2. So the first element is 1, second element is 2. So the first element is less than second element. In that case there is no need to do any change. So now only remaining elements are, that is 1 and 2. So we got the sorted order like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the box has reached the end of the line of numbers. It will go back to the beginning and restart the process. Right now the remaining element is 1, and 1 it is not going to be compared with any other because already 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are in sorted order. So there is no need to do any kind of comparison or changes. So now the box has reached the end of the line of numbers and it will go back to the beginning and restart the process. But to restart the process, all the elements are in sorted order like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So whatever the unsorted elements are there, we have sorted the elements by using the concept of bubble sort algorithm. Now how to implement the concept of bubble sort algorithm. So first one, here we will consider the list, that is a bubble sort, that is the array list for all the elements. Now we need to compare the first element with the second element. If the first element is greater than second element, in that case we need to swap the first element to the second and second element to the first. If the list, from the list, if the first element is less than second element, in that case there is no need to do the swap. Directly we'll move to the next element. Like that the bubble sort algorithm it is going to be works. Now important part we need to discuss here, that is complexity of bubble sort algorithm. In bubble sort, n minus 1 comparisons. Here n we are calling as a total number of elements. Total number of numbers are available in array. So the n number of elements if you are having, in that case n minus 1 comparisons will be done in the first pass, n minus 2 into the second pass, n minus 3 into the third pass and so on. So in that case the total number of comparisons will be n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3 up to the 3 to 1, that is we are calling as a n into n minus 1 divided by 2. That is we are going to be calling as a big O of n square. And this one we are calling as a complexity of bubble sort algorithm. The main advantage of bubble sort is simplicity of the algorithm. The time complexity, like worst case, best case, as well as the average case, that is we are calling as a big of n square for the worst as well as the average case time complexity, and for the best case we are going to be considering as a big of n. And that is the space complexity. The space complexity for bubble sort is big of 1 because only a single additional memory space is required, that is for temp variable, that is for the swapping purpose. And this one we are considering as a complexity analysis of bubble sort algorithm. Now we need to discuss about the advantages as well as the disadvantages of the bubble sort algorithm. Like first thing is, it is very easiest sorting technique algorithm to sort the elements in ascending or descending order, as well as because of its simplicity, it is easy to implement by using C programming language. Also, the elements are swapped in a place, and because of that it is not used extra array, and it is stable as well as fast. With the advantages, there are some disadvantages of the bubble sort algorithm. Like if you are having the huge number of items, in that case instead of using the bubble sort algorithm, we are using the different sorting techniques. As well as that is in bubble sort we are going to be using the more number of comparisons, as well as the code becomes complex for large amount of data. And these are the some advantages as well as the disadvantages of bubble sort algorithm. So in today's lecture we have discussed what is the meaning of sorting, what is the need of sorting, as well as the first technique in data structure of sorting, that is we are going to be calling as a bubble sort algorithm. Thank you one and all.